Hey guys, welcome to the Homestead. Today we're going to talk about pokeweed. This stuff is invasive. It's everywhere in the Ozarks. It maybe grows where you're at too. But this thing, it's boggled my mind for a long time that people actually eat this stuff. Take a look at this. This is the Missouri Department of Conservation's website, and on it they have different plant listings. You know, it's a very informative website, got lots of great information on all kinds of things, including plants and animals. And on there they list pokeweed, and they list it as both a poisonous and an edible. Now, to me, I just don't get it. And as I've come out into the country, I have met person after person, family after family who live in the area, and many of them eat pokeweed. I don't get it. It's a poisonous plant. And some people say they really enjoy it. They really like eating it. The part that really, I guess, gets me is the amount of work you have to do to eat this stuff. They recommend, and the Missouri Department of Conservation backs me up on it, as well as other sources of information you can find around the internet. They tell you that you have to boil this at least twice, but preferably 3 times before you can eat it. So basically you pick it, whether it's, and they say young shoots, right? Like the brand new plants, the young plants. Either way, I know people who eat this just like it is here, where it's old, but they boil it 2 or 3 times and then they say it's edible and then they eat it. First off, it grows in the summertime, okay? It grows during the time of the year when you can find almost anything that you can imagine growing in your garden or growing out in the woods that is also edible, and you don't have to go through near as much trouble to make it safe to eat. So, I guess what's the point of the video is to ask the question, do you guys eat this stuff? For example, you have lamb's quarter, grows abundant here in the Ozarks. You can eat that raw, no preparation necessary. Just pick it and put it on your salad, and it grows wild in the same places that the pokeweed plant grows. Then you have things like wood sorrel, grows all over the place. You can pick it and add it to your salad. It has a very nice lemon flavor, great on salads, grows wild all over the place. There's just so many things, not to mention in the summertime when you have, pokeweed growing and you have your garden coming in. Your garden, if you're growing a garden, most families out here do grow a garden, have all kinds of things growing. Things like corn or squash or cucumbers, green beans. It's a regular. People who have regular gardens have lots of food to eat. So why in the world would you eat this stuff? The plant is poisonous from top to bottom. Unless you cook the leaves, which is the only edible part, you have to cook it 3 times, pour off the water each time, and then boil it again 3 times. It makes no sense. So I guess my point is why? Just why? It must taste like cotton candy if you have to go through that much trouble to boil it 3 times when there's so many other edibles around the forest to eat. I don't get it. The berries, in fact, there are numerous occasions where children have picked the berries because they're purplish type berries when they're mature, and they pick the berries and they eat them and they die. Children have died from eating these berries, numerous cases all over the country where this grows, where children have died eating the berries. And so, but people, I'm telling you, there are people out there who swear by this stuff and they love it. Whether it's young shoots or old plant, doesn't matter. They say it's better if you get young shoots, you don't have to boil it as much. It's less poisonous. But there's the Missouri Department of Conservation website that lists it as both a poisonous and an edible. I just don't get it. So I guess really, leave a comment below. Does this stuff grow where you live? Let me know if you guys eat this. I find it completely, amazing that there are folks out there who eat it. But, hey, to each his own. If you do, leave a comment below. Let me know how it tastes. It doesn't mean I'm going to try it, but I'm curious. I want to know about what you think. Leave a comment below. I'm interested to know. Hey, listen, I just heard Jamie's got a whole bunch of salsa in the kitchen, our first batch. Let's go check out the salsa.
got my first batch of salsa done, 28 jars. So this is probably the first of a total of 4 batches. I always aim for around 100 jars of salsa. It may sound like a lot. Zach loves salsa, but I end up putting it in everything too. I put it in when I make chili. I make a lot of Mexican food, so I'm always putting it in that. It's so versatile. If you've never made salsa, you should try. I've got the recipe on the website for anyone who wants to try it. This is my recipe that I always use now. I've had numerous people tell them that it's their most favorite salsa they've ever had. It's kind of high praise. Anyway, Zach loves it, so as long as he's happy with it, I'm happy. I'll make salsa all day long because he just grabs a jar for lunch a lot of times. And I don't have to make lunch, or I already made lunch, so I don't have to make it. Anyway, so 28 jars done. At least 3 more batches of salsa to go. I hope to be able to do at least a batch once a week. So maybe I'll be done through the end of August. We'll see how it goes. I just wanted to say one thing. For those of you who are new to canning, or maybe you are seasoned canners, you can relate to this. But even if you're new, maybe this will be some encouragement to you. I made some mistakes yesterday, and I think that maybe I got a little bit too confident. I don't know. But I ended up burning myself because I don't know. I had poured my boiling hot salsa into my jar, and I was reaching, and I don't know what happened. My finger caught, and I spilled the whole jar of boiling hot salsa on my hand. Wasn't too bad. Like, you can see my hand is fine. I rinsed it off right away. And a couple other things, like I just wasn't in my groove. Like, and maybe it just is gonna take this one time to get me in my groove for the rest of the summer. I've done peaches, but this was the first salsa canning, and salsa is a little bit more complicated, lots more ingredients. You know, you have to watch the fire, make sure it doesn't stick. Like, there's just more steps involved. Anyway, so it wasn't in my groove. Maybe you can relate to that. Maybe your first time getting into the summer, you know, you're back at it, or maybe that encourages you. Like, maybe you realize that this is your first time and you're like, I don't know what to do. Well, even seasoned canners make mistakes. So be encouraged, don't be so hard on yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. So maybe that helps somebody. Anyway, I'm excited. I got 28 jars done, ready to go in the pantry. A little video before I take them back there.
So there you go, pokeweed and salsa. Do you eat pokeweed? Put a comment below. I want to hear about it. And what have you got so far from your garden? What are you canning this year? Let me know. Put a comment below. I want to hear about it. All right, guys. Hey, listen, if you enjoyed the video, please check out this list of amazing folks. These are our patrons. They make all of our videos possible. We couldn't do what we do here without them, so we're very appreciative of all they do for us and how they support us. If you want more information, you can go to patreon.com/AnAmericanHomestead to see all the benefits. Other than that, check us out on STEEMIT, Facebook, Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube channel, check out the videos on the left, and we'll see you next time on An American Homestead.